Chatted with Michelle a little bit at lunch, but real quick, Michelle, give us your name, what you do, and who you're with.
I'm Michelle Alvarado. I do a lot of cartography and general GIS analysis with SWCA. I mostly support archaeologists and biologists doing cultural and biological surveys and anything in between. Um,
So you're a mapping person, or you're a map person that helps archaeologists.
yes.
You're gonna have to give us a little more of like
some meat
that.
there.
That seems like a pretty big gap
It
between
is.
map person and archaeologist. So can you give us an example or what? Maybe some
Indiana Jones. That's what she's going.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I help out Indiana Jones.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, Indiana Jones's assistant.
Yeah. Have you guys ever heard that phrase, the guy in the van?
Oh,
That's me.
okay.
No, but really, so archaeologists go out and do any kind of monitoring survey or go out and find some new cultural resource, and they take a point or they draw a polygon, whatever. They bring it to us and we create maps for the report figures.
Okay. And where do you get these maps, or how do you make these maps?
I have a template for it.
So you said now, do you do that in like Adobe Illustrator? Or you do it in Esri?
Unfortunately not. Yeah, we do it all in ArcGIS Pro. We have a standardized template because we work for a utilities company, and so everything has to be a little bit dry, kind of boring, but it is exciting. Occasionally you get weird left field whoopties, and
So yeah, you're gonna have to expand on not the boring part, but the exciting part. Yeah. Do you have any? You're gonna have to give us an example of one of those.
So a lot of times you go out into the field and you expect to see some kind of resource. Maybe it's like it can be anything simple from like a 50-year-old Coke can or a random cairn, and it's not there. So now they have to go out and figure out why it's not there.
Okay.
And a lot of times, if it's close enough to the impact area, it's really important that they figure out why it's not there.
Got it. So are you doing a lot of transcribing? Like, are your field archaeologists still doing paper maps and you're digitizing them in, or are they?
No, it's all field data collection straight into a tablet. Yeah.
Right. Field maps or Survey 123.
Field maps. We're trying to get them to start using Survey 123, and it's the biologists are a little bit more handy with it.
Okay. Yeah. Fair enough. We, archaeologists. We won't go there. But yeah. No. Fair enough. Okay. So curious, do you guys do any like laser scanning or photography or drone stuff at these sites?
We do. I think mostly in Hawaii, which unfortunately I'm working out of the California offices, so I don't get to do the fun stuff yet.
What would you describe as the fun stuff?
Going out into the field. So I come from a geology background, so
you're saying get out of the van.
Get out of the van, go out and walk, stretch your legs,
Okay.
Get out into the sunshine.
As long as you're not going to go live in the van down by the
Right.
Yeah.
Of course. So how did you get into this industry? We love origin stories here. So what inspired you to get into this?
I thought about it as a career. I mean, as a kid, I used to collect maps. Every trip.
What do you mean collect maps? Like,
yeah, as a kid, I'd go to, like a bookstore or a gas station. At every new place, I'd collect some kind of map from it. It could be like a bus schedule with a map on it. And that was my jam. I just collect maps instead of shot glasses like other people.
Now I think it's like little ducks.
Yeah, the little ducks.
do you still have your map collection?
I do. And so, yeah, for college, I got into geology and I loved it. And then I heard about a work study position at the GIS lab. And I'm like, I don't know what that is. Geography, geology. It's like vaguely related. I'm like, yeah, let's go for it. And it's my favorite story to tell, actually. So, you go in for the interview and they're asking me, you know what GIS is? And I'm like, Google Maps.
Yeah, that's right.
That's exactly what my grandma said. Yeah.
They're like,
and somehow you got the job after that answer. It's amazing.
But I have to ask, is there a favorite? Like, is there a map you ever collected, or maybe kind of a historic map that's just like totally your jam?
It's actually not a map. So I went on a rampage. So the book publishing company Taschen, they actually reprinted a facsimile of the Atlas Major from like 1665. So yeah, when I discovered that they had that, I just went on a rampage and collected every single volume, and that's my pride and joy, the Atlas.
That is pretty nerdy. I love it.
Yeah.
I know, I
you get-
know.
you get
You
nerd
just like
kudos. Fair enough.
Nick
Nerd
yeah,
sticker.
Yeah,
You get-
Nick has asked that question probably to 20, 30 people. Best answer so far,
Awesome.
by far, I
Love
think.
to hear.
Yeah. So what else? What are you doing here at the, what's the gist of you, what do you want to get out of the conference?
Well, I noticed there is a huge contingency of surveyors, and that's something I actually have no idea anything about it. So I'm here to learn about that and how it ties into GIS. We can just, help each other better. And as the theme of the conference is La Lima.
What do you think, what's the big thing that surveyors or GIS people can learn from surveyors?
That usually there is a reason for that line.
Oh, well said.
Yeah, we better go ahead and call it quits here. That was very smart.
I know.
And before I say something stupid,
Yeah, right.
I'm drawing a line in the sand. Smart.
So what else? Have you been to a conference like this? Have you been to this conference before?
No, this is my first time to any conference.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I love it. Hope to keep coming back. Maybe make it to Esri at one point.
What part of California? Did you say?
I mean, I'm based out of Big Island, but I'm tied to the California office. So
Interesting. Okay. How big is the group here at the at the Big Island? Mentioned the same thing.
it's like maybe 7 to 10 people on Big Island, and the state total, I'd say about 50.
Oh, okay, that's a good sized group. Can you give us maybe your best, I don't want to say favorite, but the most exciting project you've worked on? The one that really got the juices flowing, so to speak?
The paleo projects.
Okay, so what's the Paleo Map projects?
The dual paleo support. It's starting to kick off now. And
Sorry, dumb guys. What's paleo support?
paleontology.
Okay.
So we also employ paleontologists that go out and find, or not find, but they monitor and survey for sensitive fossils. It's a strictly state of California kind of thing.
Okay.
Regulatory stuff, California has so many regulations. So it's like a probability map of where to find certain fossils. And if they're especially sensitive, then there's a likelihood that you're not going to be able to build anything there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's almost like similar to other maps that tell you that what you can and can't build on based on slope or groundwater or anything. This is
Sensitive
just
species.
so it's just another, but it's the difference is it's a probability map because you don't know if, it's not like it's present at the surface. You're just assuming that it's
Right.
there. Most of the other ones,
Yeah.
you count the sensitive species.
Of things. So you have a high probability based on the geologic unit. And so, odds are high or low whether there's a fossil present in that rock unit.
So I
Are
hear
these all dinosaurs?
mostly.
Not all of them. You get some mammals.
We do have a dinosaur guy that's a friend of the program. He's come on several times. Tom.
Herbert.
Yep, Tom
Yeah, Tom.
Herbert. And he loves geolocating fossils all over the place.
See, it's a stegosaur. He's in there
It was one of them where, yeah, and and I think he could go out with a high probability. Because he knows what they are.
Apparently on the north side of the island, this island, Oahu, there's a dinosaur area, so it must have that correct sediment.
That
type.
was my next question. Have you done a probability map on
No.
in the state of Hawaii?
Not in Hawaii. No, I didn't even think of that because you think, it's all going to be lava. So either you're not going to find it because it got destroyed in a lava flow, or you never know.
or it was preserved in North
or it
Island.
was well preserved. Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Just
a little
saying.
surprised myself, but apparently you can get on a side by side and they take you through a bunch of dinosaur tracks on the north side of the island.
Well, that's super cool.
Wow, Nick, you are just a wealth of knowledge.
That was totally ChatGPT. Before I got here, I said, ChatGPT, I'm 41 years old and I need an itinerary, and
Well,
it pumped one out for me.
I'm pretty sure that's why they filmed Jurassic Park there.
Just mine was just mind blowing.
I don't know what to say. As soon as you leave, I'm gonna pull out the internet and figure this. I thought it was Island Isla. What? I'm just kidding.
Oh, you got to do. Well, you got to do the Jurassic Park helicopter ride. We did it a couple years ago when my wife and I were here, and oh yeah, the guy even like plays the music for you. It's really cool. But now that I know, yeah. But now that I know this, I mean, this is just even better.
I mean, I got into mapping partially because of Dr. Grant in Jurassic Park. It was like one of my favorite books. I loved Michael Crichton. Yeah,
Okay, all right.
I got goosebumps. All right, we gotta close this up. You know,
Michelle, anything else you want to get out there for us?
Just some advice for beginners, I would say.
Yes, please.
Okay. You don't really think about it, but your motivation definitely drives where you want to go in GIS. So if you're motivated by money, preservation, conservation, that's definitely going to drive where you're going to go.
pretty smart to me.
Man, I am impressed. I really appreciate you coming by. This has been a great conversation, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the show.
Thanks. It's great to talk to you guys.
Thanks, Michelle.
Bye.
Hey,
Awesome.
very good.
Thank you.
Yeah, good. Yeah. So did you go to school for geology?
The race.
Now, do you get